Hey, Asher. Yeah, I haven't seen you in here for, I don't think the last time I went live, you were here. It's Soth from Fire Emblem, the Radiant games. Yeah, it's been similar here, I would guess. But today it's not bad. It's like high 20s, which is normal for this area of Minnesota for this time of year. And sunny out today. Hi, Glenn. I have to clean up. I have to like trim up my hair again. Probably should have announced this in advance, but I didn't know what I was gonna do today. Hi, Dakota. Yeah, I didn't know who he was before like the info dropped. Him. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Yeah, I am. No. I don't know why that's crazy either. Why is it crazy that I'm gay? Oh, so you're just trolling. Okay. Cool. It's not like it's a bad thing either. Oh, nice. I would have thought that something like that would already have one, even though it's technically hentai, but still. Oh, yeah, I really want to. From Mark, probably. I mean, besides Guts, Conrad and Fire Emblem, and Cassandra. I know that she plays one of the Amazonas Quartet in the Sailor Moon redub. I don't remember which one she plays though, but um, yeah. So those would be my two. I think I've been asked that before on live, but I've never really seen like an anime that was like that awful. because I don't watch any anime or anything that has a bad rating. Like I look stuff up beforehand. What does that mean? Is that like autocorrect? I really want to get another Fire Emblem character art tattoo right here, but I don't know who I would get. Or when it would happen quite yet. That's probably who they meant, I would think. I have more attachment to the original Fruits Basket. No, I didn't know that. Uh, I mean, the only like answer I have for that right now would be um the main con in my area, Anime Detour, the same one that I interviewed Howard Wong and Tony Oliver at 2 years ago. Uh, it's in 2 months from now, and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is going to be a guest. And anybody who's been following my channel for any amount of time knows that she's still one of the primary people left on my wish list. So I'm really hoping I'll be able to interview her in person there. Zeno Robinson will also be there this year. So I mean, I don't really have like a Minnesota accent. I don't think. Hi, Destiny Lord. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think you had mentioned that before. Hi, Dio. Yeah, wasn't doing anything today, so I felt like going on live. So here I am. I'm not I'm not like that familiar with his range of characters, but I don't think that he's only in that range predominantly. Not I'm not really Spike Bebop. Yeah, I'm still hopeful that it'll end up happening. I haven't really watched it, but of course I know what it is. I'm more familiar with Matt's range, even though, most of Matt's characters are also in the same register. I mean, he can go pretty high, believably. Hi, BioPhoenix. Yeah, it's been fine so far. Hopefully you too. I don't think that they would use any new actors. It would be all the same people that are playing genealogy characters um in Heroes because it would be the same recording studio. Yeah, Aaron. I didn't realize that he was quite as that old, but I guess it makes sense. Nice. I've never been over there. Yeah, I mean that was why Matt took over for Troy as Kanji in Persona 4. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, because there's still a good amount of genealogy characters that aren't in Heroes yet. Because they only get added to Heroes like once a year or like once every year and a half, which is annoying. I've never tried to reach out to Japanese voice actors. Music genre. Um, like rock and pop rock, I would say is my favorite probably. That I hope to get a sequel in review. Um, that I haven't already. There's several that I've like reached out to again recently too and didn't hear anything. Probably because of the strike going on. Yeah, she's never. I don't think that she has any interest in talking about her voice acting career because she's never. She's really active on social media, like with her current career, but she's never acknowledged anything that I've made, like any comment that I've left trying to reach out. I'm not really the biggest fan of The Who. Yeah. Clannad. Yeah, I have no idea who my next interview will be because of, I would still say that like most people aren't doing any kind of press with the strike still going on. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that if I was more interested in people that are known for like modern Texas dubs, then I would be interviewing a lot of people right now, like I would be regularly, but I just don't watch a lot of those shows. I feel like well, maybe, yeah, maybe I haven't played anybody, maybe I haven't interviewed anyone that's voiced Sonic. I've interviewed everybody else that, like literally every other character voice actor besides anyone that's played Sonic. How do I look dangerous? That's funny. I've never been told that before, especially with what I'm wearing right now. It's like, how is that dangerous? So we're watching across it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Johnny has a very, very distinct voice. So it's hard to imagine anybody else but him playing his roles. Uh, I mean, I'm glad that it comes off that way. Um, yeah, I guess it depends on the person and it depends on the Genshin character. Um, I wouldn't say myself that those are like the most fun I have. It just depends. Oh shit. That's a funny comment, Aaron. Yeah, I've been told that before. I mean, New Year's Eve was fun. I just went to the main gay club that I usually go to with friends. Um, Yeah, I did that the last 2 years too. But I don't I'm sure that I've mentioned this before, but I'm totally sober, so I don't drink and I don't smoke anything. So like what kind of renovations? The only that I do drink is if I'm with a friend group and somebody's buying everybody shots, but it has to be something that's like sweet. Um, I'm not gonna do a straight shot of whiskey or anything like that. Hi, Eric. Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's pretty involved then. Oh, okay. Well, happy early birthday, Aaron. Because I don't think I'll be doing any interview this week. Like that you would like like anything that you would be commenting on with my content. So I can just tell you now. I know what it is, but I've never watched it. Oh, okay. Yeah, my both of my parents are retired too. I'm sure it is, since he's been doing this since 99, 2000. Probably Bang Zoom. Is there any other? Um, yeah, like there's some things that I want to watch all the way through that I haven't. Like Outlaw Star, I haven't seen all that much of. Um, I don't know if anybody even in here knows what this is, but Mamote Shugogaten. Oh, favorite animation studio. Uh, it might be Toei just because like my single favorite anime is Sailor Moon, and they did Sailor Moon, so yeah, I've seen Bebop. Oh, I haven't noticed that, but it would make sense. I mean, considering that Chris played like so many roles on Dragon Ball Z, and just like having to do that for so many years is crazy. Oh yeah, yeah, I haven't seen that either. But I've talked to several people that were in it, obviously. I also wonder who will end up being my third interview, like like person that I'll be interviewing a third time in a row, like a part three. That would be awesome, but I don't think that it'll ever happen. unless the current manga of the Byakuya story, if that suddenly gets like immensely popular. But I know that the creator, you want to say, I know that her health isn't very good apparently, so she constantly takes breaks, like really long breaks. But yeah, I feel like if Fushigi Yugi was coming out today, it would be super popular, and if it was animated well. Oh, I didn't even know that. I think that's always been super popular in Japan, though, and Europe. Obviously not here. I feel like I've tried reaching out to Roger before, or maybe I haven't because he doesn't have any kind of direct contact. I don't remember. I don't know who that is. I think either you or somebody else has mentioned that a lot in my lives, and I've always said that I don't know who Darman is or like what it is or yeah, I know that she's really into classic rock and all that stuff. She's gonna be here too, at my area's main con in 2 months. But she wouldn't even remember who I am because I interviewed her for a half hour 3 years ago. I haven't seen much of Cat's Eye. I love the opening theme song by Henri. Um, I like the plot of it. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have that much interest in interviewing Kira a second time, at least not yet. Um, I guess we could talk more about Fire Emblem because we didn't talk a whole lot about it. And obviously with her playing a character like Erica, of the remake of Cat's Eye, yeah, I saw that. It's cool. If that's what you're talking about, I don't think it'll be very popular in the U.S. because it was never even released here. But what are you referring to, Danjo? Kira Vincent Davis. I mean, she doesn't have any social media presence. I don't. There wouldn't. I have no idea how I would even contact her. Are you making some kind of like homophobic comment? I don't really know what you're trying to say. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either, but I don't really ever like CGI anime, so um besides Kira, I mentioned this before you joined, but Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, Zeno Robinson, Lizzie Freeman, Kieran Strange, and Jonah Scott. And I think that's it. It's really cool, Tim. You know, it's worked out more than I ever thought it would. My least favorite video game genre, probably sports. I don't know. I don't really care about video games that aren't like JRPGs or like based off of a Japanese IP. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can interview Mary there because I don't think I'll be able to get an interview with her in any other kind of way unless it's in person at a con. So, no. And if I can't interview her, then I'm at least going to I'm gonna buy an animation cell of Noriko from Fushigi Yugi and give it to her because that role and her performance means a lot to me, and I know that I would be shocked if someone had done that with her before too. So yeah, I mean Zeno's been on my wish list for a while too, and I know that um he'll do press with like anybody whenever he's at a con. So that would be cool to work out. Yeah, she doesn't really. She's done one in the last couple of years, but it was just local to Los Angeles. Oh, I already answered you, Tim, but um I I wouldn't know that Dotard because I can't speak for anybody else. Yeah, I mean that'd be nice, but it's not that important to me. Um, I've been lucky enough to interview, basically everybody on my wish list. So, and even though I haven't gotten to interview Johnny Young Bosch, it's like I've met him twice, and he was like amazing both times. There hasn't really been that much snow yet, which is unusual, but I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't know. I don't know when if I'll post another one again. I'm pretty insecure about singing. Yeah, but then there's a lot of voice actors that like just do cons nonstop because that's how they make money. Like Eric Vale and a lot of other people like like older generation Texas voice actors. Oh yeah, when I asked him about that Yahweh that he was in under a SAG alias with Steve Staley. Yeah, that was funny. I knew that he wouldn't remember what it was unless he looked it up. And when I like met him the second time when it was just like at an autograph table, I brought a Clouds Rising up again, and then he like looked it up on Anime News Network like while I was standing right there. I've never done a live. Oh no, that's not true. I've done one live interview on somebody else's channel. I have it in my guest appearance playlist on my channel. It was God, was it 2 years ago now? I was guesting for somebody else's channel. They were interviewing Courtney Lynn and Deneen Melody in relation to the anime Romantic Killer. So that's the only live interview that I've done. He just, I mean, he vaguely remembered it, but it was also like, 20 years ago. So, and it was like a half hour OVA. He'd probably have to like see it, like footage of it. Uh, Probably not. I don't really have major interest in interviewing Sean though, because I've heard a lot of things that he's just like arrogant and his interactions with fans is like has a track record of not being very positive. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, if I do get to interview Mary, I'll definitely bring up some early stuff of hers that she probably wouldn't remember too. Another random person that's coming in here to troll me that doesn't know my channel. Thanks, Dio. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's like the worst fucking social media app, even before all of the Elon Musk stuff. I mean, even though I have one, I've never really used it all that actively. I mean, I wouldn't say that Sean Schemmel is worse than Vic Mignogna because Sean isn't like a sexual predator. But like attitude wise, maybe, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's cool because Brina will she'll seem to do interviews with like pretty much anybody. Um, and Cherami was a nice surprise to finally get her after a long time. I was never directly dealing with her. I was dealing with her manager. I'm not on Blue Sky. I don't have any interest in I'm sure it is a bit better because it's not ran by Elon. But yeah, I just don't really have any interest in being on any social media platform that's a lot like Twitter. I've just never really had that interest. The only thing that I go on Twitter for really is Japanese fan art of like various properties that I like. Yeah, we'll have to see. Because Instagram is what I use the most. Um, so I wouldn't really want to leave it. Hi, John. Yeah, Instagram has a pretty bad like porn fake account problem. Christmas was pretty boring for me. I didn't do anything. I just stayed home and didn't have any kind of party or gathering or anything. New Year's was more fun. I was out at the club. Yeah, I haven't really. I don't use TikTok super actively either. I mean, I've always only posted mostly just like Genshin stuff on it because it does so well on there. But I don't give a shit if TikTok goes away either. The Christmas that I had in 2023 was the best so far. I'm not trans, Nick, but thanks. No, not really. I'm lucky so far that I've always had like a really high metabolism and I don't gain weight easily at all. No. I mean, I just mentioned you when I shouldn't have even brought attention to you, so that's nice, John. What are you saying sorry about, Aaron? Oh, I was about to say that, yeah, Christmas of 2023 was the best that I've had so far because I spent it with a guy and I had never done that before. Um, and there was also a horror drag show on Christmas night that I went to with him, and that was cool. No, Aaron, it's the opposite of that. I haven't yet. It looks entertaining. I've never been like, even though I love 80s stuff, I've never really been like a huge fan of The Karate Kid. Like it's fine. I don't dislike it, but yeah. I like Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka and other roles. No, Aaron, you have it totally reversed. I have a very high metabolism and I don't gain weight, which is a good thing. I like being small. No. I mean, even though I've interviewed Leah Thompson, like I don't dislike Back to the Future either, but I've never been a huge fan of it. I'm sure he had to have. If you go look at his credits back when he did anime more, I'm sure that he played somebody like that, even though I mean, he doesn't do anime anymore, so I've always thought that was stupid, but I don't really see people shitting on dub watchers on social media and stuff as much anymore. At least I'm not seeing it. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think anybody can agree with that. I've never really heard of it being implemented, unless you just mean from a voice acting standpoint. Oh yeah, today is Sailor Uranus's birthday. Just a random fact. I'm sure you guys remember that I have the tattoo of her. Yeah, I know what that is. That's funny autocorrect for Patrick Sites. Hi, Akira. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but it's been consistent so far. So, Yeah, it is. Which is fine with me because I know I was out the last two nights until relatively late. There's always been there's always been a beep system. That's never gone away. Yeah, that would be awesome, Akira. Good luck. Yeah, it's weird that it'll already be February next Saturday. Hmm. That's Spain. Is that what that flag is? Oh, whoops. Duh. He said that you were Irish. That was stupid. Well, I mean, there are some um, companies or areas of voice actors where, in my opinion, dubbing was always good. Um, Mainly the Ocean Group. Like those have always been good, and those started in the early '90s. Yeah. Well, I do know the German flag, Dio. I know what that looks like. Yeah. Oh, I'm yawning so much all of a sudden. I know there's a new Fire Emblem trailer tonight for the Mythic Hero of the month. If anybody else that's currently in here keeps up to date with Fire Emblem Heroes updates, might just be me. It got quiet, even though nobody left. Oh, three people left. Hmm. The comment flow just stopped. I don't think it's my phone, but I'm not seeing any new messages now. Can someone comment something just so I can like make sure nothing happened? 'Cause I'm not seeing anything new ever since the Vancouver comment. Oh shit, I just had to. They just weren't sending. Uh, Speaking of, sorry, they just weren't sending. Yeah, I can see everything now. I missed when Dio said goodbye. Thanks, Aaron. Oh, I missed some people saying bye, but I think it's fine now. I think. Okay. Yeah, okay, now it's fine. I'm seeing stuff come in again. I think, I don't know, I think Roger's known for like higher stuff, isn't he? Than Troy is. Yeah, it must have been. I do make money from YouTube. Not a lot, but um the next time that I get a YouTube payment, which should be next month, it'll be $500 that I've made overall so far. Because some of it, um, this was before I had anything monetized, but somebody from a Genshin character subreddit paid me as like thanks for doing the interview. Um, and they PayPal'd me almost $200, which is crazy. It was just some random person. Um, so if I count that with the other money that I've made from YouTube so far, then it would be about $500. I mean, the My Hero anime would almost be over anyway because the manga is over. So, uh, by darker, do you mean just like horror anime or? No, that's my favorite genre, or one of them. I didn't watch it. I've never really liked One Piece. Yeah, I have. She just must not like doing them because I've emailed her twice. I mean, it wouldn't be any different than, any other like big VA that I've done. But I've tried like all the outlets that I can with Matthew Mercer, and I've, not had success yet. So there's really only two outlets, like his voice agency and then reaching out through Critical Role, like the person that manages whatever for Critical Role. Yeah, I did see that. That was cool. Thanks. I know that. I mean, I've seen him do like press with other independent outlets before, like relatively recently. So he seems to be the kind of person that's open to it. It'd be great to get him from just like a Fire Emblem standpoint. Yeah, he told me that twice, and then the last time that I reached out, he just didn't respond. So, and I, you don't ever see Patrick doing interviews with like independent outlets either. So at least he's not, you know, doing them with other people and telling me no. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Japanese VAs that you can view their voice agency profile on their from their Anime News Network page. Yeah, I think from what I've seen that he pretty much only does like cons that are like local to Los Angeles or like events that are local to Los Angeles right now. I haven't really had any bad experiences with like voice agencies trying to get interviews through them, I mean, yet. A lot of them just don't respond. Like the only one that I've had a lot of help with, like actually having success um, from reaching out to an agent to get an interview is with Atlas, which is good because so many people are with Atlas. So, yeah, reaching out through a particular person at Atlas was how I got like Don Bennett, how I got Damien Haas the first time that we talked, Sarah Williams, Casey Mangelo, um, Arnie Pantoja, and then Skylar Davenport. So, and maybe some other people that I'm not remembering, but yeah, those all came from somebody from Atlas like reaching out to them first. So that was really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I would say. I mean, the other people I know on YouTube that do the same thing that I do, like mostly focus on anime voice actors, they're good. Um, yeah, like some of the other channels that I know about, I don't think that they're doing a bad job. And some of them have even gotten people that like I haven't gotten. So that's cool. Yeah, Ryan's very nice. When I interviewed him, you can go back and look at the comments on the video. Um, he replied to like every single comment, thanking thanking people who commented. He's so nice. Yeah, you're probably talking about my friend Steven, who interviewed him. Um, for me, it took until something was set up and like we did it. I think it was like 8 months or like 9 months for me. So, and now Kirk is back to doing cons semi regularly again, which is nice to see. I hope that he'll come up here before he retires because he's getting up there. I don't think so because he's still actively working in anime and all that and directing. He directed the Final Fantasy VII remake, both of those games so far for the English dub. And I'm sure that he'll be directing the third one when it comes out. Yeah, for sure. I think he has the most credits. Kirk has the most credits for a male actor in voiceover, and then Wendy Lee is the like number one female. I don't know about that, Destiny, but yeah, I mean, depends. Yeah, I know that Jason is, um, he's still active in anime too. Like he's Kyoka's dad in the new season of My Happy Marriage, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, at least voice actors that like predominantly are known for anime don't. And I don't think that'll ever really change. Well, I mean, that's a good amount of money to make per year for anybody. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's in like a separate category from a lot of people, you know, mainly with the critical role thing on top of his own career. Favorite role of Matt? Uh, Besides his stuff in Fire Emblem, probably Yusuke in Persona 5, I guess. I don't think they do anymore. Um, I've heard stories from people I've interviewed back then that like if you were moving to LA and you were trying to continue acting in LA from wherever you came from before, that you wouldn't you you didn't tell agents that you did anime because that was like weird amateur stuff that like wasn't real experience. But that was like in the early to mid 2000s, or even like 10 years ago or so. Because Brina was telling me that same thing. Like she experienced that same thing too when she was um, living in LA for a period of time. Uh, those are those are SAG aliases. Um, because especially back then, most anime was non-union, even if it was being dubbed in Los Angeles, and they didn't want SAG to find out that they were acting on a non-union project. So that was why. It still happens here and there too. Um, like there's some people that are in Fire Emblem that use that 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 don't use their real name. Not so much anymore, I don't think. Um, because Fire Emblem games have never been Union either. Yeah, it's crazy that the video game strike is still going on when it started at the end of July. Like that's nuts. I didn't expect that at all. I'm really hoping that it'll end soon and not last for a whole year because that's just insane. It's hard to say. Depends on how long the strike goes on. Hopefully not, because I can't imagine anybody besides Kyle McCarley voicing Alm and Soren. Same thing with Mark Witten and all of his Fire Emblem characters, because he didn't um, when Famordius got a Christmas alt, he wasn't voiced in English too. So yeah, that's called being Fi-Core Destiny. No, it's been a thing for a long time. It's been around for at least like 25 years, I think. Mm. I didn't know that he was, but it makes sense considering that he still does non-union stuff. Because he just voiced another character in Genshin recently. I I don't know. Um, I have never really gotten like clear insight into that. I think it depends on how the amount of hours you're working and if something is union or non-union and all of that. I think the only like payment insight I've gotten was way back when I interviewed Katie Griffin, who was the original voice of Ray in Sailor Mars and Sailor Moon. And she said that they were getting paid $90 a day, which is like dog shit for voice acting. And that was in, like 1995. So, but yeah, It's insane. Yeah, I'm I'm sure it has for the most part. Even even if even if it's a non-union anime. 90, Aaron. Not 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 19. 90. Yeah, I said 90. I don't think it's much better um for like Texas stubs even nowadays. But I don't know. Hopefully it is. Why? Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing to overcome something like that, but especially to overcome that kind of cancer when you have the kind of career that you have. My phone's probably. Oh, that's not that bad. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, which is insane. Yeah. I mean, it's not very exciting. Yeah. I mean, I can't really fix it. I just have to trim it up again because it's just a little bit too long that it's annoying me. I would think so, but I don't know. Obviously I'm not going to talk about anything like that. Yeah, I have a box TV from like the mid 2000s, late 2000s. I'm glad that it still works. Probably gonna get off soon because usually an hour and a half is my typical limit for going live. So, yeah, I still have my PS2 too. By me, it's 4 p.m. What's what sound? I'm not sure what you heard. Might have just been a sound that I made with my mouth. Yeah, Destiny. Oh, yeah, I don't know what that would have been. Oh, um, my phone's been going off a little bit while I've been live, so that was why. Yeah, but I think that I'm gonna get off. So, whoever's still here, thanks for hanging out, especially if you've been here this whole time. Um, I'll try to make sure that I don't have such a gap of time between going live again. Um, yeah, thanks, Destiny. And anybody else that's still here too. Paper Splash and Aaron. Um, yeah, I'll be sure to. I mean, I said this last time too, but I'll be sure to like make a post in advance about the next time that I'm going live instead of just doing it spontaneously, so people can plan ahead if they want to. So, uh, yeah, thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday.